Good afternoon, Spokane. Sergeant Miller, Gate Security, coming at you on February 27th, 2025. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're just getting off the I-90 at Maple.
Routing southbound 27 Mission, Black GMC Yukon, oversized tires, high rate, lane changes, running stop signs, driving with hazards on.
Let's see what we got cooking today. It's already sounded pretty interesting on the police radio. They had a bunch of people fighting over there on East Pacific, but kind of interesting.
Northbound 777, 21 North Wilding at 1406.
Hope everyone's had a great week so far. It's been pretty busy on my end, on our end. So looking Panhandler, Walnut and 4th.
We get another note for the Subaru. Last 5, okay?
Looks like we got some kind of an encampment here along the wall. Looks like a female. So we got something going on here. Guy under a blanket, right at 4th and Wall, and directly across the street from the school, Lewis and Clark High. Maybe he's keeping warm. Maybe he's doing something else. Coming up 4th and Washington. Looks like we've got somebody on the street in front of a car. Oh, that's how it begins. Looks like we got some car maintenance or something going on there. Some graffiti. We'll get another opportunity to look here. Well, I think someone's picking up garbage. Oh, there's a camper in the alleyway. Lots of homeless garbage. And then here, yeah, let's see what's going on at 3rd here. Last couple of days, there's been quite a bit of activity in the downtown area. Lots of people on the move, we'll say. And take that for what you will. Beautiful weather today, sunny skies, not much for clouds Current temps are almost 60 degrees. That's pretty phenomenal. Hopefully we get an early spring and an early transition into summer. I'm a big summertime fan. Don't like the cold as much anymore. Looks like we got a couple of panhandlers up here. We're at Division. We're on 3rd Avenue at Division. Looking across the street, once we get the green light here, you'll see across the street at the Exxon, directly below the Exxon sign at their dumpster, there's been an encampment there pretty much steadily for the last couple of weeks, and it doesn't look like there's any signs of that slowing down. Quite a few people just walked off the property. There's probably about 4 or 5 people just walked off the property towards the north. Not as many people there today, but continuing down Division at 2nd, looking over at 7-Eleven. I don't see any people loitering on the sites that I could see, but there are a few people milling around. Catholic Charities has a few people hanging out on the sidewalk doing their thing. A lot of garbage here off of what would that be, 1st Avenue, where behavioral health is. Lots of garbage on the ground there. On Sprague, going towards the Brown Street Viaduct, looks like there's somebody set up camp on my left up on that landing. That's been a really popular spot. I believe the railroad owns that. I'll have to double check. I can come back to that and let you know, but I believe that's owned by the railroad, the property itself. A couple people sorting out their stuff here on the corner. Let's see if we can get a better look here. There you go. Their dog, their backpacks. Looks like sorting their camping gear. I don't know. Got a few, probably 3-4 people in the Brown Street Viaduct. I'm going to take a spin down State Street on my way up to 2nd, and we'll go down 2nd. Got some people sleeping on the ground here at the sidewalk of House of Charity. Got quite a few people out on the sidewalk. Lots and lots of garbage down at the end of State Street on the north end. Looks like the old CAP facility here has a few people hanging out in the alleyway. Lots and lots of garbage there. And a couple people hanging outside of the apartments here, the Catholic Charities apartments. A few people on the move. A dude with a really big cart full of stuff sitting outside of the old Starbucks there at 2nd and Division. As I'm waiting for traffic to calm down, there's quite a few folks cruising by and doing their thing, sitting on the ground and laying on the ground. All right, on to 2nd. The old Les Schwab there still has some pretty badly broken windows, some boards up on the windows. It's kind of sad to see, to be honest. There's a little camper, Bernard in second, under an umbrella. Maybe that was the guy that was sitting in front of Tiny Tiki. Maybe they moved on, I don't know. And south side of second in front of 327, west second. It's like not really sure what they got going on there. Washington. Yeah, has some foot traffic under the viaduct, but nothing, no campers. A few folks here outside of 176 Post. The 76 station.
Charlie 4, go for
Now, outside of Wild Sage here, a couple people hanging out in the parking lot. And it looks like there might be somebody underneath those blankets outside of the women's hearth thing. Sitting on the window still there. That was interesting. Here's City Gate. City Gate's got a few people hanging out outside, kind of on the north side, probably in the alleyway. And we're gonna go up Adams to 3rd and do a drive around by the Hope House there. So there's a few people on the Adams side. Alright, so make contact with about 5 people that were sitting in the in-between area, between a couple of businesses. Check on them, make sure they weren't overdosed or anything. And a couple folks here in the alleyway. You alright? Mm-hmm. Make contact with a few people back here. Looks like there might be some more people up here. Where's this business? Unless it's just garbage. Maybe that's just garbage. Yeah, appears that was just garbage. As I roll through the alleyway, some pedestrian interference up here on Adams. Let's see what this person has. Some people, like a lot of pedestrian interference here. It's just kind of off in their own little world. I believe this this lady here was the lady that was involved in the fight the other day in front of Women's Hearth. And she seems to be having some kind of a crisis. I don't know. Peaceful Valley. Let's go see what's going on out there. We'll go out Sunset Highway and see what's happening over there. Sunset Highway in the market, and out in the valley there. See what's cooking. Lots of folks on the move. Very interesting. Hey, if you're just joining us, if this is your first tour with us, thank you for riding along with me today. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. That way we can continue to bring the high quality product that we're bringing to you. Quite a few people here at the Maple and 2nd and Maple viaduct. This area on my left here is always a hot spot. When it gets warmer, they like to camp out there, and I believe that's also owned by the railroad. Rosars. Fourth Street Viaduct actually looks pretty clear. Didn't see any bodies in there, so. Yeah, well, you can give me the return over the air. It's like part of that mess from the other day has gotten pushed up against the fence line there. Coming down into Peaceful Valley. It's like the Gold Intrepid that's been down here for 2 weeks has their hood open as if they're working on it, but they're not working on it. They're just hanging out. A couple of pretty hard looking dudes. A Street has a car up there. And let's see. Yeah, People's Park's got a few. Parking lot looks pretty full, actually. A couple of car campers. Well, probably couldn't make it out with the video as I was driving by, but there were a couple of cars there that had people camping in them. It's a pretty common area for that to occur. While I've got a moment cruising through an area with not a lot of traffic, I want to thank our sponsor today, Gate Security. Gate Security is available for all your security needs, from alarm installation and monitoring to camera installation and monitoring. They have 24-hour coverage, armed security patrols, and armed security response. Gate Security for all your security needs. To get in touch with them, reach out via email, info@gatesecurity.com. info@gatesecurity.com. Looks like the camp is still sitting over here, green tent by the railroad off of Maple by the train trestle. It's been there for at least a week. Still, Peaceful Valley looks pretty good. For this time of day, aside from the vehicle and a couple of people hanging out there. Alright, we're gonna head down to Riverside and roll through the downtown core before we jump off for today. But again, I want to thank you for joining us. Take a quick trip down there and we'll get this pushed out to y'all. All right, as we start wrapping up for today, we're going to take a quick trip down Riverside towards Division, just to kind of see what kind of activity is going on down here. We're currently at Monroe and West Riverside. So on Sprague. Fella pushing his belongings in a wheelchair. That's interesting. He's even got a snow shovel. I think that actually looked like the same dude that had the garbage can a couple weeks ago. Isn't that fascinating? Driving by the grid path here. Pretty decent sized group of folks. Open air drug use. That's some driving by here. On the south side of the road. North side of the road looks pretty clear. No, didn't really see any bodies hanging out there. I just want to thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy the weather. But for now, Sergeant Miller signing off.